Okay, good afternoon everyone and welcome to this week's Link for Growth Southwest Herts TV programme. My name is Diane Richardson and we've got another packed show as usual. Alex is going to be talking about events of the past week for L4G and one or two other news of mayoral appointments and other bits and pieces in the Watford and surrounding areas.
Yeah, that's right, Diane. Hi, everyone. Hi, viewers. Yeah, really busy week in Southwest Herts. Little taste. We've had 4 events this week, 5 if you include the one on the market last week. So yeah, pretty busy. And lots happening in the local political world. So more with me later on, a bit of politics, a bit of Link for Growth news.
Okay, that's great. And we are hoping that Neil is going to join us a bit later on, where he's going to be talking about a rather colourful launch of a new kit for Watford and also about the Transition Town meeting that was held earlier. But unfortunately, we've got a few technical problems getting hold of Neil at the moment. So let's talk to Catherine very briefly to say hello.
Hello.
He's going to talk about what's happening with Michael Green and a new restaurant review feature.
Absolutely, yes. I shall update you on everything that's happening with the charity, Michael Green Foundation, at the moment. I'll post a few links after the show underneath so everybody can link through to the website. And yes, I shall be reviewing a local restaurant.
Okay, that sounds great. And Chris, you're out and about again this week.
Certainly am. I'm down here at the moment in a road that I've just been told of is actually called the Broadway, but we know it as Queen's Road. But apparently it was the Broadway, and a bit further on where a sort of church is up there. Well, you can't see it at the moment, but that's where Queen's Road used to start. So I've got Paul with me today. Paul's going to be, he's a man full of facts and figures about Watford, so he's going to tell us a little bit about Queen's Road. He's already told me a few things, which I can share with you in a bit, but yeah, it's, and then I'm going to dart off somewhere else after this, so I'm not going to be here too long.
Yeah, and I gather it's also, yeah, quite a few of the old market traders have set up shop in Queen's Road, so it's almost like the market is relocated to Queen's Road rather than the actual new market.
Yeah, but we'll just point those out as we go down the road. But the interesting thing, I mean, I've not actually stood in this street, to be honest with you, very much. And actually, it's got some quite nice architecture down here. And it's a bit of one of these surprise roads in Watford, sort of tucked out of the way. And you don't really have much cause to go down here unless you're driving out of Watford. So yeah, hopefully we'll spot a few things and maybe we can help with the rejuvenation of this part of Watford, which would be great.
Okay, well, if you could sort of start taking us on that tour of Watford, that would be fabulous. And or Queen's Road rather, and telling us a little bit more about it, and also about some of the new shops that are opening down there, because I know Squeaky Susie and LJ from the Spice Shop are going to be moving down there soon from the market, and one or two other traders have moved directly from the old market to Queen's Road.
Yeah, that's right. So where I'm standing at the moment, I'm just going to flip you onto the other lens so you can see it. But I'm sort of standing right on the corner here of Queen's Road, and you can see the cross cutter over there. Now there is a shop here that's still vacant. I think it's the last one. I'm not quite sure where it is. Do you know where it is, Paul? It might be further down, but there is a shop that's vacant, but most of them have now been taken up. And as you can see across here, we're opposite Lloyd Cooper's. Now I used to buy bike bits for Lloyd Cooper when I was a younger man, but apparently Paul's been telling me it's been here for over 100 years. And before obviously motorbikes existed, it was a cycle shop originally. And apparently on their website they've got some pretty interesting pictures going way back. I'm surprised they even had a camera. They've been here so long, to be honest, to take pictures. But it's the oldest bike shop in the UK, allegedly. So there's a bit of facts for you, which is fascinating. So Paul's going to be whispering in my other ear while. Oh, and it's the largest Kawasaki dealer. There you go. So a bit of news there. So we're going to wander down the street, and Paul's going to, as I say, whisper in my ear other things that. So here's a shop that's actually being redecorated. Now I don't know what that's going to be, but there's another one next door. So Oh, okay.
So these shops actually about
Ah. Oh, okay. So there's some new housing going on in the road behind. What's that road called? Lotes Lane, that's right. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, so you can see there, they're busy working behind there. So, right, so what's this building here now then? I drive down here often and I don't know what that building is. You got any idea what it is? Is it a council building?
well, Diane, no, it's shelter.
Oh, okay. What, for New Hope Trust? Or? So you got New Hope Trust. Look at that fascinating building, the architecture on that building. I know that was in our competition, that building, but...
It was a shelter.
Yeah, apparently, Chris, it used to be the co-op. It was the old co-op building.
So we've got estate agents here. Now this bike shop used to be on Watford Market. So that is definitely one of the shops in the old market. And they didn't actually move to the new market. They came straight down here. So they seem to be flourishing down here. What else have we got? Old shelter. And that building there, as you can see opposite, that is the New Hope Trust shelter. They've got the same colours on the entrance. You can see there says the blue from the New Hope Trust. So I think those two buildings are definitely linked. But what it must have been an old church at some time, wasn't it? Right. There was a church in Market Street, sorry, in Queen Street, and it was actually demolished. I'm not sure when it was demolished, but there is a picture somewhere of the church before it was demolished. But not quite. You wouldn't be able to demolish churches now, would you? So, furnishing shop here. Now, now I think I'm approaching the bit where Sweetie Sue's going to be, and. Are they down this way? They must be as far down here, are they? Or are they? I think it might be. I might have walked past it, but Sweetie Sue and Nuts About Spice are going to be down this part of Watford. So what else we got? What else is interesting down here then, Paul? Well, we've got a new restaurant open down here, haven't we? They haven't got any signage up at the moment, which makes it quite difficult for me to know which one it is, to be honest. But
I used to work just there, Chris.
Did you play the
Dale's apparently.
job?
No. The other side of the road, next door to what used to be Blake's Wine Bar. I used to work in a printing company upstairs.
We've got Natural Beauty here, and we've got...
Dale's is moving down Market Street. That's what the new restaurant is.
Now, there's one down here. Now, you can tell me a story about the door of this building, can't you, down here, Paul? Because now, we're coming across it's like a porchway, right, on this. We've got a barber shop here, Alex, if you need your haircut. We've got a Polish shop there as well. Right, but now look at this. Now this looks, you got this building here, and we've got this porch on the outside. Any ideas where that porch came from? That's got any ideas?
Must be a church.
Tree.
That I believe used to be the doorway to the registry office in Clarendon Road.
Ah.
And that's been put on this building. The guy bought it off obviously people demolishing it, and it's now appeared down here. Oh, he didn't pay for it even. He went in and grabbed it while they weren't looking.
I'm sure it's on that broadcasting, Chris.
Yeah, sorry about that. Well, now, is there another? Is this the new restaurant here? Right. So he's doing some really good work here on this building, apparently, inside. So multiple doors. It's very eclectic, isn't it? Watford planning on not allowing them to have all these doors apparently. Notice the sign up there. It says the Broadway Queens Road. So up the other end it said Queens Road the Broadway. So in the spaces. Right. So up to this area here is actually the Broadway, and beyond it is actually Queens Road. I never knew that. So that's it really. We're at the end of the street. It's been quite interesting wandering down here, but I still haven't found out where Sweetie Sue's going to be. So I shall have to talk to her tomorrow and get the lowdown on that. But anyway,
Chris, estate agent, I believe.
Sorry,
Chris, I know where she
No,
is.
Sorry,
She's up on the right, just before the off licence.
just before the off.
Sweet Sue's going to be up on the right, just before the off licence.
Okay, I hear that. So what we'll do is when we
She's
get
next
up,
door to the estate agent.
next door to the estate agent, right? Okay, let's just wander up.
Hello. I've come in. My granddaughter was here the other night.
So we must be getting pretty close. It's a shame that that building over there is all boarded up. I've no idea what they're doing with that. It looks like the whole freehold's for sale there. So where are we then? Queen's Furnishings. The bikes. What are they at the bike shop? Is it? So they're quite close to the town then, because we're only another 100 metres, I think, from the underpass. Here's the bike shop again. There's the estate agent. Right, so they're next to this. So is that it there?
I think it is, Chris, but they did say to me anyway that they've still got a lot of work to do before they can move in.
Well, it might be one of these refurb ones then. What do you reckon?
I honestly don't know, but I know they were saying they had work to do before they could move in. So,
Okay.
But it's one of those three anyway, which is quite close to, as you say, to the town, because you can see.
Because at the end of this little row here, basically you're by the underpass, so it's not too bad at all.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you got a lot to get on the show, and I've got to cruise off somewhere else. So thanks, Paul, for coming along.
Very brief. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
So, right, so I'll say cheerio and let you get on, guys, and I'll catch you at my next stop.
Okay. Right. Well, yeah. So we'll move on. Neil briefly joined us and then had to kind of dip out. So anyway, let's talk about some of the events that have happened in the past week for growth. And we can talk about these with Alex. Alex, Monday we saw Link for Coffee at Ocean Bells, I gather.
Yeah, really good coffee. I mean, 8 or 9 people, real mix of a couple of businesses, charity. There was a couple of people over from France who are, I believe they're on an internship where they're looking for interns for French people to come over here and work for UK businesses, and it's a good mix. They seem to enjoy themselves, and they're looking to get involved with more of the London scene because they're based down in Paddington, I think, so they're more suited to London rather than Watford as such. But yeah, it was a really good event, great food, good coffee. And another one of those kind of good, successful independent coffee shops in Watford.
Yeah, I think that that group you mentioned about France and French students and placing them is probably the group who came to see us at Regis earlier in the month at Link for Coffee in Watford. Then
it's not, I'm afraid. It's a different group.
Is it?
Different people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, more French. They're coming over. Yeah, so these are working for a UK company, placing French interns in UK companies as such. So, and that was, from what I understand from the Regis one, that was French students coming over here learning English. What I understand.
Yeah. With
slightly different.
Yeah, anyway. Okay, and then on Tuesday there was Link for Coffee at your favourite cake shop, I gather.
I don't have favourites because that'd be unfair with everyone else. But first time I've been to the kitchen in Croxley, really good cake. Tried a couple of pieces. Thought how can I come on the show and tell tell people how the cake is without a good sample size. So I've had a good sample size, really good cake, really good coffee, good chat. We had a couple of people there, a couple of charities again, a couple of businesses, a lady who places disabled students at West Herts College into interns. So we're going to connect with her and see how we can help her and stuff. So yeah, really good, successful event.
Good, good. And of course, last night it was Links for Drinks, which tends to be the busiest of our events at the moment. Started off at Moons and it went until very late, I guess.
Yeah, it almost ended up us staying until the moon goes down and the sun goes up. If they let us stay in there, I'm sure it would.
Well, that's enough about your habits. Neil, did you enjoy it?
That's slander, that is, as everyone will know, because everyone else will say, I was on the sparkling waters last night, so none of that.
Yeah, I wasn't on the sparkling water.
Yeah, but no, it was a really good event, a great mix of people. We got great to meet Sergio from Junction Cafe, who's going to be hosting our new Link for Breakfast event on the 21st of June, so good to meet him. Well done to Martin for getting Martin Willman for setting all that up and getting the venue sorted, so good work, Martin. Yeah, it was a really good event.
Yeah, and I gather that's going to be a Sunday morning breakfast.
Yeah, Sunday morning. That's our first Sunday event, and I believe the first ever Link for Growth Sunday event. So Sunday, the 21st of June, breakfast just off Clarendon Road on St Albans Road. So yeah, quite a convenient central location. Heard the food's really good, heard the coffee's really good, and then yeah, maybe make a day of it and stuff.
Sounds promising. And this morning, I gather you were on a boat again.
Yeah, back at Nashville this morning, we had a little trip up, couple of lots back. Great to meet a couple of people, new people from not Southwest Herts, they're from North East London. The Chingford, two of the Chingford 3 came up and had a look round, had a little trip, and talk of a kind of a national conference, mini conference. So more on that as and when you find out.
Okay, so yeah, did the boats go out today? Because I know if they've only got a few people going, the boats don't go out, but if people book in early enough, then they make the effort to take the boats out for us, don't they?
Yeah, we got about an hour and a half trip, so up just to about where the paper mill is, and actually a couple of locks up, couple of locks back, about an hour and a half, little taster trip. But yeah, they had a couple of boats, and the next trip is going to be in July. So June's is going to be on the boat, but not a trip as such. It'd just be on the boat or in the visitor centre. But July's will be a trip.
Okay, and then we've had a whole load of other events in the past week as well, and I suppose the first one was last Friday evening, where Chris and I went to a Three Rivers Chamber of Commerce meeting where they had an initiative to introduce charities to local businesses in the hope of getting them to kind of cooperate and work together. So it was also a great opportunity for Chris and I to talk about what Link for Growth do. But to both the local businesses, the Chamber of Commerce, and to some of the local charities. So that was a really good evening. And then I suppose the big kind of like initiative of the week was the Transition Town meeting. And I know that I was there taking some photographs, and Alex, you were there to start attended the first meeting, which was hosted by Neil. So perhaps you could start us off, Alex, by telling us what the Transition Town is.
Yeah, and I'm sure Neil will correct me if I'm wrong, but the transition towns are a way of getting local people in the local community to create a more sustainable and environmentally friendly town by creating groups. I know we got to hear from people from the Kings Langley transition town and Alberts Langley and finding out what they do, working with local farmers markets and food markets and environmental stuff. There was a gentleman there seemed to work in he works with manure and converting that into compost, and lots of different people coming together with different aspects of environmentalism, sustainability, so energy, transport, waste, food, all trying to say we want to create a more sustainable and ecological friendly Watford. How are we going to go about doing it?
Okay, so Neil, perhaps you can tell us a little bit more about how we might be doing it and what the plans are for the Transition Town group to continue.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, Alex pretty much hit the nail on the head. I mean, the way Transition Towns actually started is the fact we have to transition from an economy that relies on fossil fuels, oil and coal, because that's going to run out, to a more sustainable economy, as he said. But on a local level, the next meeting is in Reason Coffee Shop on Tuesday, June the 2nd, And then that one will be fleshing out a bit more what people's passions are and what areas they want to take part in. So in the long run, what will end up happening, there'll be different groups for energy, transport, recycling and food. And then the overall meetings will probably go back to once a month. And then it's a case of connecting with local groups who are already doing some great work, and hopefully they'll embrace us, and then we can raise awareness of the work they're doing, which hopefully brings in more people to make their organisations a bit bigger. Having 23 people for the first meeting was incredibly encouraging. It's definitely going to happen with that sort of enthusiasm in the room, and it could get quite powerful because it's growing already. The database is already up to 40 people, about 40 people, and once this sort of people start putting pressure on their councillors to do things more sustainable, it will happen. So yeah, very exciting times.
And I mean, the thing to point out here is it's not a Green Party initiative, although it's aligned with Green Party issues. It's non-political. Anyone can join. You don't have to be a member of the Greens to join in the Transition Town programme, do you?
Absolutely not. And obviously, yeah, it aligns very well with what the Green Party stand for, but it is apolitical, definitely. There's people who care about the environment in all parties, so we're trying to bring everyone together. So we're trying to bring all the communities, all different communities together, all political spheres, so under one umbrella, all working to make Watford a more sustainable, better place to live.
Okay, great. And I get also you had another anti-stress colouring group on Wednesday.
Yeah, just wasn't quite as big this week, but still great fun, and it's going to go. And we are starting a new one on Friday morning, starting next Friday, that will be attended by Tanya Clark from Thrive. She'll be at every event, so if anyone wants to learn about Thrive while they're colouring, they'll be able to do that on Friday mornings at 10 o'clock.
So that's week today or 2 weeks today?
No, week today is the first one, and then it'll be every Friday from then on.
At what, 10 o'clock you said?
Yes, 10 a.m. Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, and then Alex, I gather there's been quite a lot of local news and important events, including an article in the Watford Observer following on from our piece with Sarah Jane Trabar from Farm Terrace, and her blog article about the future of, well, does Watford need an elected mayor?
Yeah, that's right. I thought the election, with that all finished and the local election results, that had been all that over. But as of right now, no, there's lots of political news going on. So I'll start with what we talked about last week and the Sarah Jane Trabar petition and debate about whether Watford should keep its electoral mayor. And the Watford Observer put a poll out on its website, and the results have been in. It's now closed, and 18% of the people said they want to keep the mayoral system how it is now. So the local public and the residents vote for their own mayor. 76% said they should revert back to the old system where the council pick their own. So you say there isn't, we're going to choose the mayor. 2% said they don't know, and 4% said they don't really care. So you can see where I don't know how many the sample was. If it's a sample of one, was it out of hundreds? We don't know. I don't know the sample size. But yeah, so the majority of people in Watford who have voted said they would like to revert back to the council leader system.
Yeah. But I suppose, in fairness, that's a fairly self-selecting group in that they obviously have strong views on the matter one way or other.
Yeah, I mean, you have to take these sample sizes that there's only people who are interested in it, so it's quite strange that people have, maybe it's only been spread around certain groups, but I would be curious to know how big the sample size was, because you can't judge these things until you get the sample size.
Yeah, and I gather the mayor has kind of made some comments about the blog piece.
Yeah, Dorothy, in the same article where the results came from, Dorothy was saying that the mayoral role has been a huge success for Watford. And I was speaking to Kate Leach from Watford View and Maria from the Town Centre Partnership last night as part of the Watford bid scheme, and they were saying, if you look back on Watford 15 years ago when Dorothy started, it's changed so much. And she's right, there has been a lot of good things happen in Watford on this last 15 years. Whether you can put that on account to Dorothy's watch or not is a different matter, but Dorothy was saying this system is currently cheaper than what they had before, and in line with government policy about more localism, about electing more local mayors. She believes it will be a backward step to change it.
Okay, great. And I gather that the chair of Watford Borough Council has also announced who her charities of the year are going to be this year.
Yes, indeed. The chair of the council is not the mayor. This is Kate Hastrick. She represents the Meriden ward on both Watford County Council, Watford District Council, Watford Borough Council, sorry, and Herts County Council, and she's chosen New Hope and the Watford Food Bank as her charities of the year.
So, and could you briefly describe what they do? I mean, I think most people probably know what New Hope is. It's to do with homeless and helping homeless people get back into proper accommodation and getting started off, as it were, integrating back into society. And the food bank, that's one that I think is quite topical at the moment. But yeah, does anyone know how long it's been running?
I'm not sure. They're not a lot of presence online, and it's been difficult to find them. But as you kind of covered New Home there, so I don't need to go into any more detail. The food bank, they've got a spot. I believe it's an Imperial Whale, but I'll be happy to correct if I'm wrong. Where you can take food to them. I know Tesco's donate about 23 kilos a month to them, and they're working quite closely with the Internet Centre just to give people who have had problems with money, whether it's benefits, whether it's just they've had a problem 1 month, and just giving them enough food for 3 days, which should tie them over as an emergency.
Okay. And I gather that both Hertsmere and Three Rivers District Councils have also announced who their mayor or council leaders are going to be for next year. So shall we start with Hertsmere?
Yeah, we'll start with Hertsmere, where I am. Martin Webster, who represents the Potters Bar ward, has been appointed, and Martin was the previous deputy mayor, so he steps up to this year to become the full mayor, and he's working with the Alzheimer's Society and Great Ormond Street Hospital, so two charities, more a national focus, working with them to raise money for them, both equally good causes.
Because I think with Hertsmere, you forget it's actually sort of like quite long and thin across North London, isn't it? It's from Bushy all the way over to Potters Bar. Yeah,
Hertsmere covers that bit along the M25 in between us and from where I am in Bushy all the way to Potters Bar, Boreham Wood, up to Shenley. That's about as far north as it goes. So a really big district and quite spread out compared to the borough of Watford, which is quite concentrated.
Okay. And Three Rivers have also made an announcement as to who their leader's going to be. Well, of course, Les Mead, who's a great supporter of Linkford, used to be the leader on Three Rivers District Council a few years ago, and I gather they've just made a new appointment as well.
Yeah, Eric Bishop, the councillor from Carpenter's Park, has been appointed the new chairman of Three Rivers District Council, and he in his little press piece, he's keen to work with local charities, including Home Start, who we've got a connection with. And yeah, so he may be a good contact for us to get involved with Three Rivers and stuff, so we'll have to bring him to lunch next month. Okay, great. And I gather, whilst we're talking about Three Rivers, they've announced a new initiative and ideas for the development of the shopping area in South Oxley. Yeah, there's been plans just getting started now. I hadn't heard these until I researched it today, but South Oxley have chosen a developer to start redeveloping the town centre area of South Oxley and Carpenter's Park. So it will be going to public consultation in autumn this year and planning permission, I believe, next year. So it's a long way off even starting work. Yeah, but from what I've read, the plans and stuff, it looks really good. So in summary, 500 new homes for sale and for rent, and a mixture of those homes, some being apartments, some of them being family homes. We'll have new shopping environment, so tidying up the the parade as it is, a market square and more public facilities and better links to the station, because I don't know if anyone's aware, the station's the other side of the road to the shopping centre, so it makes it difficult for people to get to the station there. And then something that was interesting to me was opportunities for young people to secure apprenticeships and jobs during the construction, so they're keen to work with local people, local young people, to get experience in the project.
Yeah, I mean, I know because I used to volunteer with a centre based down in South Oxley, but there have been several false starts on this redevelopment over the years, and it, hopefully this will be the right solution for the people in South Oxley, because this has been dragging on for several years, and it's one of those things that it's an area that desperately needs some investment. Yeah, and it should be good in another place where people can get together. They're keen to get community events in there, and it looks good. That should be interesting. And some of the photos I've seen good, and we'll get those in the South Oxford community in time as well. Okay. Well, Chris has just joined us again. Chris, where are you now?
Yeah, hi there. I'm in a pretty green spot, as you can see. And I'm actually in the Meriden, and I've found this place. I'm telling you, it isn't easy to track down because it's just like a gateway in the middle of some houses. I'm going to just go to the other screen, the other camera, so if I can show you that. So hang on a second. So there it is. You see, you've got the houses there, and the place is that. Well, the only thing that's basically identified it is that little board there. So I'm going to go in and see if I can talk to somebody and just get a little bit of a feel for what they do. So
Chris, we're
hang on a
losing.
second. Yeah, I was fiddling around with a microphone. That's why you couldn't hear me there. So I'm just going to go in there now and have a little look around. So you can see there, that's what it is. Okay, green canteen. And I'm going to go in now and have a chat with. I saw someone in here a minute ago, so I'll see if I can grab them and she can tell us a little bit about it.
Okay. So, do you know the history of this initiative?
No idea.
Oh, okay.
But
The
I did
voice.
hear about. I did hear about it, but that's why I'm here. But hello. So we've got some plants here. Hello. Right. So I have had a sneak chat with Karen, who's basically watering here. Hi, Karen.
Hi. Hello.
So, well, this is bigger than I thought it was. This goes way back, doesn't it? Do you want to just shove us round? So you could grab this microphone, then I won't have to keep passing it to you. Tell us a little bit about
Okay, it's run by Herts Network, which is Mind in Hertfordshire. So it's a mental health charity, and this is a community garden centre where I'm the manager, and then all the rest of the people that come here are volunteers. And all the volunteers are a mix of volunteers. There's people from the community, people that have retired, people that have got some spare time, and then a lot of the volunteers here have mental health.
So you work with Mind?
Yeah. Yeah, so it's run by me, but I'm employed by Mind. So it's we grow all our own vegetables from seed.
So what happens to the vegetables when you grow them?
We sell the vegetable. We sell everything you see. So everything you can buy, anything you can see.
Well, let's have a quick wander around.
Chris, the sound's not very good again.
So we've got all the plants outside. A bit of a mess. They're having a bit of a fix around. Well, I'm having a bit of a fix around. Okay. So all these beds will be filled with vegetables, and then customers come in. And at the moment it's pretty bare because the vegetables are starting to come out now. But I'd say that there's garlic, there's salad, there's tomatoes, there's courgettes, leek, potatoes. So we have all baked beans, runner beans, all vegetables, and
How was this initiative started?
partnership with Watford Community Housing Trust. So it's their land. Can't build on this land really because of the pylons.
Okay, so there's a pylon.
So this was a piece of waste ground that's been just waste ground for years and years. And so before my time, before I got the job, our staff and their staff got together and started, talks and set up this project. So when I was employed, it was just nothing. And then we've just built it up. It's 3 years in the summer we've been here. And so all these beds are filled with vegetables. Customers will come in and say they want beans or peas. We pick them fresh in front of them. Our prices it's organic. Everything's organic, but our prices are normal prices. Like I price myself a bit like Asda, in between Asda and Sainsbury's. More Asda. And then everything you see is done by volunteers and myself. So from all the seed sowing, do the planting, to make the baskets, to doing, we're developing. I mean, I say it's in a bit of a mix at the moment. We're moving things around, but we do all different things. So there's, we've got apples, pears, cherries, raspberries, and a lot of herbs in there.
I might steal some.
If the rosemary's in here, actually, was that lavender, rosemary? I thought we did have. We might have. We've probably got some somewhere else.
No worries, I won't take any. Last week
Ah,
I needed it.
is that rosemary? No, is that lavender as well? So we've got herbs, compost, our compost area, and then the mix of, say, if it's bare, it will be in a couple of months. If it well, even this month it'll be full, and then month and 2 months we'll have lots of vegetables to sell, and then we have plants to sell. So the plants for sale, that's there. So I think that's all chat.
Chris, we've lost the sound again.
But you're
Oh,
on now.
yep. Salad in here that we cut fresh. So like salad, for instance, £1 a bag. We just cut it for you there and then. They're all our bulbs that were everywhere, and we had a lovely spring display of bulbs, so we're drying them out to sell in the autumn. And different plants growing on in here.
So who works on the site, Chris? Is it volunteers or is it
Sort of
clients
things
of
going
Hearts
on.
Mine?
And the volunteers.
Yeah, so
Oh, sorry. Okay, myself that's employed by Mind, so I work here for Hearts Mind Network, which is Watford, based in Watford and Hemel, and then everyone that comes here are volunteers, apart from myself. So they all come in, and I say they could be people with mental health. They're coming here for therapeutic reasons to get back into the swing of life and different things like. Or they could be people that are retired, people that have lost what to do, people that got some spare time want to help. Just want to volunteer. A lot of our service users that come here because they are ill, and gardening is one of the most therapeutic things you can do, apart from sorry. So gardening is, you know, proven to be very therapeutic and very good for mental health.
So have you got any other questions, or is that are we just about? You've got all...
Can you just ask a question for me? I just wonder if the ladies heard of the Transition Town initiative that we're trying to get going, because obviously we're tying really well with what's going on at the Green Canteen.
Okay, so what Neil just asked was, have you heard of Watford Transition Watford that's just started? And actually, this canteen came up on Tuesday night at that first inaugural meeting, which is why I'm here now, because actually it would fit quite well in with that project. So have you heard of? Well, Kings Langley have got quite a big transition movement, as have Abbots Langley, but there's nothing so far in Watford. But there is a guy doing a similar thing, selling vegetables down in Oxley, and was it Dig Deep? Who was that guy that was doing it the other day?
It's Dig Deep, which is part of Ascend, but there's also another program down there.
I think it was Dig Deep, and he was at the meeting on Tuesday. So.
For all. Is it Farming for All?
Yeah.
So,
Chris, can we move on?
Yep, no problem. Well, I just want to say thanks very much to Karen for showing us around. So thanks very much.
Thank you very much.
I hope you all got that, and I'm going to move on to the next thing and let you guys get on, all right?
Okay, that's great. Now, Catherine.
Hi.
Hi. I gather, as usual, MGF have been somewhat dynamic in arranging events and busy with their fundraising articles. Perhaps you could tell us a bit more, please.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, there's a few things going on for the Michael Green Foundation at the moment. You've probably seen various things plastered over social media in the last week about Marek and his running challenges. His next run is going to be the Grand Union Canal Challenge on the 27th of June, where he's going to attempt to run 50 kilometres from the middle of London up to Canterbury Park. We'll be there to cheer him on at the finish line, no doubt.
Has he managed to secure the funding? Because I know...
I think he has, but he still needs sponsorship. Yeah. So yeah, by all means go to our website, which is the michaelgreenfoundation.org, and you will find links there to his fundraising page on Virgin Giving, and it gives you all the details of what he's doing. The other run that he's involved in is the British 10K, and we've got 12 runners running in that in July as well. But more of that in the coming weeks. We're not quite there yet. We've got Varsha Khatri, along with some of her colleagues, are holding an International Yoga Day which is a workshop, an introduction to people who perhaps aren't that familiar with yoga, and even those who are. So all abilities to take part in a yoga day on the 21st of June. And then just announced this week has been a party that Tanya is going to hold on her boat, which is organised by the Pampered Chef, which is everything to do with baking equipment, and actually taking part in a bit of a baking session on the day as well. At the moment it's invited guests, so I'm not promoting it for people to come along, but it is happening, and it's fundraising for the Michael Green Foundation, for which we are very grateful.
Again, you've got a comedy magic night coming up.
We do have a comedy magic night coming up. This is something that's happening at the Radlett Centre in September. It's going to be a pretty spectacular evening. We've got a locally celebrated magician who is Nicholas Einhorn, or Nick Einhorn. Lots of people that we've spoken to about it said, oh yes, we had him for a function, and he's very, very good. We've got a comedian called Bennett Aaron, who, again, he's quite celebrated within his comedy circles. He's an award-winning writer, actor, and comedian who's appeared on TV and various things. So yes, this is happening in September, 26th of September. Tickets are on sale now. Please see me or see the website.
Okay, so that's the Michael Green website. Is it on Eventbrite as well?
It isn't, no. We haven't set up that facility at the moment. So, but there's an email address and a phone number on the flyers that are around. There'll be posters around, and obviously on our social media and our website, michaelgreenfoundation.org.
Okay, great. Well, on a slightly different note, we've got the Thrive wine tasting fundraising event. If I stop mangling the words, I shall get it all out in one go. The wine tasting event supporting Thrive, which is being held at Reason Cafe on the Thursday the 9th of July. Now, earlier on today, I talked to Tanya Clark, who runs Thrive in Watford and is the Thrive consultant in Watford. And you can see that interview at http://ow.ly/NIBDQ. And you can see an interview I held with Tanya earlier about what it is, why it works, how it works, what the benefits of partaking in the Thrive program, and why it's a good idea for people to attend. Now, Neil, I gather we're limited on the number of tickets we can hold for that evening.
Yeah, so I'll just talk a little bit more about Thrive first, because the next group session that Tanya is running, the places on that close on Wednesday. So Wednesday is your last chance if you want to get on the Thrive course. So do contact Tanya Clark if you feel that would be good for you. Personally, I can wholeheartedly recommend it to anyone who is suffering with fears, phobias, depression, anything like that. So, but yes, and going on to the raising money, we have tickets in the shop. They're £25 a head, and it's a 26-person event. So it's going to be a nice, cosy event, and plenty of fun people in here. So, and if the last wine tasting event is anything to go by, it'll be great fun. It'll be great fun.
Well, I know it's the same lady as last time. Julia Jenkins from Flagship Wine is coming over to bring the wine and supervise the event on our behalf. And as you say, last year it went very well. I mean, Catherine, you were there last year. What did you think?
Certainly was. It was a really good event, actually. Something a little bit different. It was very nice to do something different, to know that you're doing something good for the community. And actually, we learned a lot about wine while we were there. So a very enjoyable evening. Looking forward to the next one.
Well, there's a surprise, learning about wine as the wine tasting event. Wonders never cease.
Absolutely, and an opportunity to buy it if you want to as well, of course.
And we should just say that tickets are available in person from Chris, Alex, or from the Reason Cafe. They're priced £25. First come, first serve. So, you know, if you want a great evening out and you want to learn about some wine, then, you know, get along and speak to one of those people and buy your ticket, because once they're gone, they're gone. Okay, Catherine, we're going to start talking of wine. Let's talk about food. We're going to talk about a new feature about. We've noticed in the past you've often put up stuff about the restaurants you've been to and blogging and stuff when you've been out and about and blogging about how good they are and how bad they are. So we thought we'd put you on the spot and ask you to start a kind of restaurant review feature for us over the next few weeks and months. And I thought we could start off with your current favourite restaurant.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, I'm including restaurants, takeaways, deliveries, and anybody that deals in food locally. And for this week, I'm going to recommend Basil. I don't know whether you can see that up there. Basil or Basil, however you want to pronounce it. They are in St Albans Road, 244 St Albans Road, I think. And they do the most fantastic pizzas. They cook the pizza.
Sorry, is that your hummingbird?
No. Just really not. We have a garden full of birds at the moment, but yeah, go on. No, they do very traditionally baked, wood-fired oven-baked pizzas. And if you were to go to Italy and have a pizza in Italy, this is what they would taste like. They've got a beautiful thin base with all different toppings. And you can order a fantastic side salad to go with it. I thoroughly recommend their mozzarella, tomato and basil salad. It's gorgeous. Yeah, use them. They're on Just Eat, or you can order directly with them. Open 7 days a week, 12 till late. Yum.
Can I just second that? That's my new favourite pizza place as well. I would give that a vote. Hands up for that one.
Hey. Pizza buddies.
No, I think we should just agree on the English pronunciation, Basil.
Let's go with Basil.
Now, Neil, I gather you've got some rather colourful sports news for us.
Yes, so big announcement today from Watford FC, the new kit. If you go on the Watford Observer site, you'll see the comments splitting opinions 50-50, I would say, down the middle, people who like it and dislike it. Personally, I haven't made my mind up yet. Basically, the design is horizontal stripes on the front with a plain yellow back. It's very different and doesn't really feel Watfordy to me at the moment, but I gather from one of the main complaints from the comments is the horizontal stripes. Beer bellies are not going to look so good in them, so there's a lot of people complaining about they're going to have to lose weight so they look good in their football shirts for next season. But I'm sure once the team start banging in the goals next season, everyone will love the kit.
Well, yeah, let's hope so. You know, it's their first season in the Premier League for several years, so let's hope it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's going to bring a lot of extra people into Watford, so it will be good for Watford as a whole. And I've got some sports news while we're on the topic as well, so I'll run through a few local things. So, in football, Watford Ladies lost, unfortunately, last week, so they're still struggling in the league, so let's hope they can sort that out. And there's more success for Garston Ladies this week, as their under-13 side beat Watford Ladies to win the League Cup final, so that's been a really successful few weeks for Garston Ladies. So, still on football, Evergreen under-11s completed an unbeaten season, winning the league and cup double, so congratulations to Evergreen. So next we'll go on to cricket, and for the first time since September 2012, Radlett were defeated. Bit of a shock defeat that, so I wonder if they'll bounce back or whether this is the start of the end of their dominance of cricket locally. And a final piece, swimming. So you don't very often get to hear about swimming, but Watford swimmers finished first in the Herts Inter-District Swimming Gala for the first time in 8 years. It was a year 5 and 6 swimming event, and they won 21 medals in the 24 events, including 2 championship records. So fantastic work by Watford swimmers. So that's the local sports news.
Okay, great. Thanks very much. And Alex, we've got a packed week ahead, or a fairly busy week ahead, I should say, for Link for Growth. Despite the fact it's the bank holiday weekend, we've, in addition to the coffee tomorrow morning in the market, we've also got a coffee at Monday at Reason, I understand.
Yeah, coffee at Reason. Just because it's bank holiday doesn't mean we're any excuse not to do a bit of community building. So we'll be at Reason 5:30 till around 7 o'clock. A little special surprise for everyone who turns up. I know what it is, but not going to tell anyone. People who need to know know at the moment. So if you want to know more, come along at 5:30. Tuesday.
Stop being a tease, Alex. Tell us.
No, sworn to secrecy.
Okay.
Those who know already know, and I know who they are, so it's fine.
Well, I can see Catherine giving a big thumbs up, so, you know.
Yeah, the people who know. Again, the people who know they know, and the ones that don't. But we'll move on for that, and I'll stop teasing you. But Ricky Tuesday at the Regis Building, good event, should be good. Probably one of the only ones we've got, Ricky. We've obviously got the drinks, but the only coffee event, so always a good turnout. Not particularly sure how the numbers just yet. And then Thursday, we've got the drinks evening in Bushy and the Three Crowns, again, only event in Bushy, so it's generally a good event.
Yeah. Okay, well, of course, in addition to those, we're currently also mentioning some of the events that are happening in St Albans, which is part of the Central District, because they're just starting up and they don't have a TV show of their own. This Wednesday sees the launch of their Link for Drinks, the first Link for Drinks in St Albans on Wednesday the 27th, and that's at the Country Club in Richmond Road in St Albans, which is up near the town centre there, I gather. I would imagine it starts at 7:30 and goes on till 10:30. So it starts a bit later than they do in Watford, but I suppose that's catering to their commuter market out there. The other thing is that on the Thursday, in addition to Link for Drinks at Bushy, there's also a coffee morning in St Albans again at the Beach House on St Peter's Street, starting at 10 and going on till 11:30. Now, Alex and I have both been to these at various times. There's often about anything between 10 and 30 people there, and the atmosphere in there is fabulous. It's a really interesting venue, very kind of quirky, quite trendy, but it usually attracts a wide audience. Would you agree, Alex?
Yeah, really good event. Always really buzzing, good event. Coffee's good as well. So yeah, I'll get along if you're free on Thursday. And obviously, we're in a district where we're close to both northwest London, northeast London, southeast Herts, central Herts. So we've got lots of other events. And the more events you get to, the more people you get to meet, and the more people that can help you what your issues in business, charity are.
Yeah, exactly. So. Hopefully we'll be getting more into community kind of networking from what you were saying about this morning's trip on the boat. We might be doing something with either on a national level or a local level with surrounding districts.
Yeah, very much. We're looking to do it at a national level, a kind of conference, if you will. Of the big boat can hold up to 35 people, and we're looking to get as many people on there as we can. So 35 people coming from all different districts. We've got Southwest Herts, obviously. We've talked of northeast London, Cambridgeshire, Peterborough. All these people, different people, are going to come down, and we'll have a little conference. We can talk about link growth, what we can do to move it forward.
So when do you think that will happen? If it does happen, I mean, is this just an idea, or is it a little bit more than an idea? And
it's more than an idea, and we've worked out pricing and stuff. So August, end of July, August. I'm just waiting up. We're sort of looking at the dates for the bookings team to get back to me on dates and stuff.
Okay, well, I'm now going to go over to Chris, because I gather he's out and about again. And Chris, where are you now?
Hi there. I'm just outside Adam Gray's hairdressers. Now, you might, as you can see behind me, you might wonder why on earth I'd be standing outside hairdressers with my superb haircut. But the reason for it is because Isabella, who used to be working near to Tanya, has moved here. So I thought we'd come and catch up with her and see how she's doing. So I'm going to go in the shop now. Just do a switch, and the next face you'll see will be Isabella's.
So where exactly are you?
I'm in Garston Parade, actually. In the parade of shops in Garston. So I'm just walking inside. There's Adam over there doing someone's hair. And here is Isabella. Hi, Isabella.
Hi. Thank you very good. Thank you very much. Very quick and very good. Yeah. Yes, please. Yeah.
She's just going to go now and have a look and see where she's working from. So here we go. Oh, it's a bit dark in here. Ah.
Darker.
So here we are. We've got candles and everything here. We've got all her certificates there and the massage. I've never ever had a massage. Now it's not an open invitation to start mauling me right now. But
Maybe it's time.
why should we have a massage?
Because it's very good and relaxing, and it is more, very very good for your body and for your health. And yeah, it is very good to have it.
I don't know. I just not quite sure about it because I think I'm feeling good already, and I don't know how massage would help.
Yes, but when you have the problem of back, for example, or of your leg, yeah, if you're working a lot and you're driving a lot with the car, yeah, this massage can help you. And for this reason, it's good to have some appointments and doing the massage once a week or 2 times a week, yeah.
Should I have a massage? Not now. Should I have a massage gang back at the ranch? Should I come down here and have one?
Oh, I think you need one, Chris. I think you could do with one.
Sad, I need
What does
one.
Susan
Yes,
think?
okay. I can book for you, no problem.
I might have to just take a massage for the team.
Some offer. This is some like a Thai technique massage as well. It's very relaxing, and yeah, you can try.
Okay, I'm in. All right. So thanks ever so much for showing us, and good to see that you're set up here and everything's going well for you. But we have to see one of these linked for coffee soon.
Yes, with pleasure. I meet with you, yeah.
Okay, so you can all book up then for a massage gang, all right? So thanks to Isabella for showing us around. You can see Adam's quite busy at the moment, but this is a fairly spacious place he's got here, very light, and so if you're in Garston area, this is the place to go.
This
All right, gang.
is another place.
Cheerio, Isabella.
This is another place for Alex to go and get his haircut, Chris.
Yeah, I'm going to go now. Cheerio, thanks for coming. Cheers.
Right. Okay. Well,
So it's got the hair dryer on in there now, so it was a bit difficult to hear me, I think. But anyway, so you can see where I am. I'm on Garston Parade here, and this is St Albans Road in front of me. So there's the charity shop there, the Peace Hospice. So that's where I am. Anyway, so I've been a bit busy out and about today, so I'm going to love and leave you. Thanks for having me on. I hope it's been useful stuff, and you've managed to see some bits of Watford that you've perhaps not seen before. So enjoy the rest of the show if there is any more, and I'll see you all later.
Okay. Well, thanks very much, Chris, and we'll catch up with you at some point over the weekend, probably tomorrow at the coffee. So I don't have anything more. Does anybody else?
Perhaps just a mention of the Yellow Comedy Evening.
Oh yes, yeah.
Which is happening at Reason Coffee Shop on Thursday, June the 11th. I believe tickets are free, but if you want to go, obviously space is limited. See Neil at Reason.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to hosting that one. This should be a fun night. It's all local comedians as well. It's the first one is free, first come first serve. But if you actually want to confirm, let me know and I'll make sure you've got a seat.
Neil, by the sounds of it, you'll need a bigger premises soon.
It won't be long, will it? Yeah.
Okay, well on that point, I think it's time to say cheerio, and we'll see you all next week, or maybe down at the Link for Coffee tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, where hopefully Alex will be there, even if Chris and I aren't.
What was that? Sorry, I missed that.
I said hopefully you will be there, even if Chris and I aren't.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. I'll be there, and whoever else is going to join me, be fine. I'll be there from 10 o'clock. Whoever else comes along, be more than welcome.
Okay, well that'll be good. Okay, so on that note, I will say cheerio and see you next week.
Thank you. Bye.